And keeping up with that racetrack, as you heard Larry talk about, it all comes. It's time, baby.
The Coca-Cola 600 is underway.
Neither one of us has help by 1.5.
That's Chris Lambert, Denny Hamlin spotter.
Still there, 2 by 2.
Who will lead the first lap? Hamlin by 1/100th of a second.
I think you're going to see the battle with these Toyotas all night long, but already what I like to see, that Tyler Reddick up there 3 wide, exercising that outside line, Jamie.
Yeah, the one thing that stuck out to me, Clint, was the start of the race. Denny Hamlin chose the outside, but it appears that the inside's just as good. The way they have this resin on the track for both lanes. Right now, it looks like there's not really a lane that's is better than the other.
Top, bottom, middle, 3 lanes wide through turns 3 and 4.
Well, the resin is applied, and it wasn't reapplied, more importantly, but it is applied for traction compound, if you will. It is making traction on different parts of the racetrack, opening up those grooves to the outside, and enabling those guys to get to the outside and make passes. I think that's exactly why you see this drag race of Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch running in the outside lane and that bottom lane, holding strong for both sides.
It's almost like somebody forgot to tell them it's 600 miles long, Clint. Yeah. Trying to figure out who wants to lead this. It just appears that the bottom lane is good through the middle of the corner, but Denny then gets that big run on the exit. It looks like he's finally going to clear him.
Yeah, Kurt slipped up on the bottom, gave Denny that run on the outside. Look, speaking of runs, look at Tyler Reddick making the run. Hooking the bottom.
7th place there. Driver Denny Hamlin leading car owner Denny Hamlin with Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch right behind.
And it might be a 600-mile race, Jamie, but it is so important to beat that guy to that clean air. Clean air is king at this racetrack. We all know that. And him beating him to the punch and getting that clean air, that's going to help him in this whole stage. Sets a tone for the race.
Here's the other Denny Hamlin Michael Jordan entry. That's the 23, Bubba Wallace, in 4th place.
You know, Clint, we've been talking about it for months, and you said it. The Toyotas, especially Joe Gibbs Racing, seems to always show up when we get to Charlotte. And the fact that 2311 gets their cars from Joe Gibbs Racing, you're seeing that also trickle down. Kurt Busch won at Kansas a few weeks ago. Bubba Wallace was fast there as well, had some pit stop issues. But again, Bubba Wallace did the tire test at this track, and it seems like some of that's paying off.
Still 3 viable lanes coming through turn number 4. Crossover, Kyle Busch to the bottom on Bubba Wallace. Candyman going all the way to 2nd place, maybe off turn 2, but Kurt Busch has the top and the run.
Well, I'm really encouraged, Clint, to see Kyle Busch able to make that pass on the bottom. We saw Denny Hamlin do that in qualifying and able to capture the pole, one of the only cars that ran on the bottom. But that's different, right? The air pressures are up. You know you have max grip. We're now 7 laps into this race, and you see Denny Hamlin's running up in the resin. You talked about a little more grip up there. But I'm pretty encouraged to see Kyle Busch able to get to the bottom and make those passes.
Christopher Bell in that indigo-colored Toyota trying to shoot the middle.
These guys are very aggressive. You see Christopher Bell slip up. Now he's in the middle of the meat and the sandwich, 3 wide. You know, one of the hardest things to do in managing this long race, especially how it starts in the heat of the day and ends at night, is managing that air pressure, right? As a crew chief and the guys on the box trying to get away when it's hot and slick like this with as minimal pressure as you possibly can, but don't get yourself in trouble. Over the course of the last few races, we've seen some guys have some tire issues, and I think that's a big cause of it.
Yeah, that's a great point, Clint. You want as low air pressure as you can get, and you want as much camber in that left rear tire. And we did see one car, Corey LaJoy, have an issue in practice earlier with that. you see Kyle Busch going for the lead on the bottom again. Everybody's going to take note of that he's able to make those passes on the bottom. It doesn't look like Denny Hamlin put up much of a fight there.
I don't know, neither did anybody else, man. He did that at will. Car was extremely fast yesterday in practice, last night in qualifying. I think you're going to see these guys fighting each other hard. But I'm telling you, if anybody can be a dark horse and surprise them, it's that 8 car right here at Tyler Reddick.
Let's go back to 22nd place. The 5 of Kyle Larson, all repaired after starting out back. He started 36th, now running 22nd ahead of Ricky Stenhouse, Ryan Preece, Chris Buescher. Kyle Busch started 4th. It took him 9 laps to get to the front as his Toyota tries to drive away.